Okay, guys, today I'm doing a practice stroke where I'm using an 8 by 24, just like a long canvas. So it's kind of nice. And then what I'm going to do is just give you a different look that's kind of fun for you to make happen. I'm going to use my painter sponges, the one stroke painter sponges, and that's what I use a lot when I am trying to get a background and it moves quickly. I'm using floating medium. I'm using some different colors of pink. Oh, I think I'm going to put like bright pink. This is baby pink. And I just want it kind of soft with pretty colors. And that's like a neon type, but it is called bright pink. But it feels like a gel kind of when you're painting with it. And I'm going to put just a teeny bit of magenta. Okay. So what I'm going to start with is I used to wet this all the way and then we'd have a mess. So I just dampen my fingers across it. All right. And you're going to pick horizon, and this is really tall. So it doesn't have to be in the middle or anything. So I am going to go ahead. I am getting some beachy colors too. And the other thing I have that's really fun is the super thick paint. And the super thick, I'm going to show you, we can add some of that at the end. All right. So we're going to decide where the horizon is going to be. So I can put a pencil in here and I can come up here, for instance, and make my horizon. All right. Then I'm going to start at the very top with some of the baby blue, medium blue and white. Okay. So I'm going to come right here and I just want to move it so it looks like I kind of used either a palette knife or a sponge. Okay. So see, we have some pretty blue. Look, I can put some aqua with the light blue in here. All right. I'm going to come down on both sides. Okay. And this has got the medium blue, aqua. I'm going to put some pink in here. Okay. And okay, so I can use the other end of this a little bit. And I'm just going to pinch it. But I also, it comes with a smaller sponge. So I could use a smaller one. But that one's damp, so I don't want to use that right now. So I'm going to come right where the horizon is. And I'm going to move this pink around. Okay, so that pink's kind of transparent, so it shows through. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more and let's get a little bit of white. Okay. See how I'm making circles to do the clouds? Right? See how I did a little bit on the sides? So when you hang it up, it looks good there too. If you're walking in a room and see the edge of it. And a little bit more white. And I want to take that around that corner too. All right, so I can come in here with a little white and little bits of pink and just have really loose skies. Let's don't make it exact. Let's just be free out there and see like how pretty that sky turned out. If you're going for the look I'm going for. All right, so then I'm going to come in here with the medium blue and aqua again. And we're going to go straight across, okay, with the sponge. And I'm going to come right here. So this is any kind of long canvas. I told you this is an 8 by 24, but you just play with it and come up with um, one that you would like, a size you would like. Let's bring this down, and then we do have some sand we've got to put in here. Okay, so we're going to put some waves in here. Right, so then I'm going to get some of that blue with some white, still with a sponge. All right, I am going to do with paintbrush too, but there we go. All right, so I can pitch this again and do white with some coffee latte. And this is going to be the beach sand. Go on the sides. Keep knocking my cup there, but I want y'all to be able to see the color that I'm getting. So a little bit of beachy sand. You can wash this in between the sponge, but that had the pink on it, but it's fine. Okay, so there's our beach sand. And we're going to get the bottom because if it's hanging over a sofa or whatever, you want the edges to look good, guys. Okay, there we are. Now I'm going to fold this in half and I put it down in my basin so it doesn't dry out. When that paint dries in that sponge, as you're using it again, it leaves little nubs of stuff all over. So you can just rub it out off and after it dries though. Okay, so now the first thing is that's the clouds, the ocean, the horizon, and the sand. All right, are you with me? So now we can pick up a 16, or let's pull up this 16, a 16 or 3/4. Okay, now what I want you to see is I am going to get a little bit of teal. So just a teeny bit of teal there. And what's going to happen in this water? I'm going to wet my brush. I'll put a little bit of teal back here. A little bit of darker. All right, so let's see what happens next. All right, I'm going to come down. I'll put a little bit of blue in here. Okay. It's easier to come down in here, do this afterwards. All right, so I'm going to put white across here. And it's easier to come back and do this afterwards after you've sponged on paint because it makes it really easy. And I like to just kind of lay this down and sputter across here. Sputter is what I say. They go, I don't understand that sputtering thing. But I just want you to see if you go like that and you come across here and it just leaves a little bit of straight line, but then a little bit of that, it will look like waves. All right. And then in front, they kind of crash a little bit more. Okay, but let's put a little bit of pink in here with the aqua. Okay. And then down along here, we could even put some greens down here. But we're going to have water crashing over that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to wash this off. And then I'm going to come in here. And one thing that happens, all right, is I can take some floating medium with some pinks, or maybe even a little bit of lavender and pink with some neon that are the bright pink with some white. A little bit more white. All right. Now, while I've got that purplish color, I can put some blue in here. I'm going to put some greenery and stuff over here on the left. But I can come in here with some white and violet pansy. Okay, so I'm going to put some white with that purple, this violet pansy. A little bit more white and violet pansy. Okay, a little bit more white. And a little bit of white in here. All right, so right over the screen, I'm going to pick up more white. See that on that edge, on the back side? And I'm going to come right along here and have more waves coming up. So if I touch the corner of this brush, so this is just a 16, and it's going to pounce a little bit of wave in there. And you can have some of this wave coming over here. All right. Now look what happens. To make this look like it's got some depth in here, we're going to take some medium and we're going to pick up some of this teal. And right under here, it's better when this is all dry. I just don't have patience. And I want you to see that I'm going to come under here ever so lightly and tap this and then smooth it out. So look how it made that wave look like it came up already. And so then I can come right in here too and see how it looks like I've got some depth there and like the waves are coming up. So look, you lay it down. Now remember what we did before. We put white there and we dragged it, so we sputtered it. Now what happens here is that we have floating medium on the whole brush. We're just picking up a little color. That kind of fun? And I'm going to come here with floating medium and pick up a little bit of the beach sandy color. Okay. All right. So let's put a little bit more white here. Bring a little bit more white. All right, as you get really far out here, guys, it would just be little teeny bits because you wouldn't see it very well because it's way back here. All right, so what I want to do is I want to have a tall palm tree from the beach coming up there. So I'm going to get a little bit of pink and brown, okay? And I want the palm tree to be way up here. So I'm going to come right in here. And this is coffee latte and magenta. Okay. All right, we're going to bring it all down here. Okay, let's grab some white. All right. And I'm gonna put like a surfboard or something on here. But let's look at the palms now, guys. So look at, there we are. And then we have, let's grab a little bit of green. So back here is a palm frond. Palm frond is what they're called. Okay, so we're going to have one that comes across here and off. We have one that's going to come right across here and come down. The little one in here. So it's just like an umbrella that's kind of wrecked. Okay, now, now see, I still want to see the pink through there. And I'm going to get this rake brush. It's a fun little brush. It's less than $4, I think. All right, somewhere around that for something. So I'm going to wet this brush. And then what I'm going to do first thing is get some of the dark green with some teal. And I'm going to push and lift. Okay. Touch, 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 touch. And you can even have some pink in there. Grab the pink at the same time. All right. And I can look, I can throw some citrus in there and pull a stem down the middle. And later we can add more pink maybe. Okay, so down in here, the underneath, we're going to grab the thicket and the underneath, you're going to pull down. Are y'all liking this? All right, so to make this look really good, I'm going to pick up this light green and white, and I'm going to come right along here, get some white. All right, to have the dark underneath. Okay, so then I can also come in here with some teal way back here. See, this is coming across. Okay, and that's kind of muddy so far. So I need more white. So these rake brushes makes it look really good with not so much work. All right, so I can even get some of this olivey green, which is asphaltum. Wait a minute. What is it? Alfalfa. Ugh, I always say that wrong. Alfalfa. All right, so you're going to come back in here and make it, let's get some white and let's pull some pink in there. Okay, a little bit there. I can put some pink in here. All right, remember this has some pink. And then this is kind of muddy, asphaltum and pink, alfalfa and pink. All right, so see how those pretty pinks are pulling in all that color? Okay, so right up here, a little bit of citrus. All right. Let's put a little bit of purple in here. Citrus. Yeah, let's put a little bit of dark green in there. Thicket. Okay. We'll wipe it off, pick up some white. All right, so we can also come back in there and add some pink too. See how that's looking? I just think it's kind of fun to put all those colors together. All right, so in here, it's teal and pink, bright pink. Teal and pink. Okay. A little bit. A little bit more pink. Here we go. So teal, bright pink, thicket, citrus. See, I just continue to pick up different colors, so right down here. All right, so I can even take the teal. You can put a sun back there. And that's that one rake brush does all that great look. All right, so see how pretty it is with that background, even if that painting was right there. These are great for greeting cards because we have smaller rake brushes too. All right, and I'm just going to, let's get the 16 and let's pick up some pink and I'm going to come right in here. I saw a painting with a surfboard leaning in here. Depends on what kind of surfboard you want. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit there and dry, and we're gonna put the rest of the green in here. All right. So I'm gonna come in here, let's see, with maybe a 12. All right. That is a 16. I just put a 12 in there. There we go. All right. So first thing I want to do is let's come around here and put some thicket. I kind of want to go on the outside edge behind. Okay. And then take it on the side. we're blocking it in. And we go slip, slap, slip, slap. All right. Kind of shadowing, but it's leaning on some greenery. And we're going to bring some around here. Okay, we're almost done. Try to stay on so you can see what I'm going to be showing you next. All right, so then I'm going to come in here with alfalfa. Now this is an acrylic matte, and so I do have some on my website, onestroke.com, that is just some matte colors of green that I really love, that I got my husband to carry because I love them. They're really yummy colors. Okay, so we're slip slapping, slip slapping. Okay, back and forth, back and forth. All right. Citrus, green, and white. Alfalfa and thicket first. I can put a little bit of thicket here. All right, more citrus and white. All right, so I'm gonna, okay. Okay, so there's some bushes that's laying against, and then I'm just coming in here in a few spots and put some pink. Like maybe that's pink bushes or something. I want you to see that you don't have to be super skilled to do what I just showed you. It's just kind of fun that it will look like a little greeting card or a beachy scene. All right. And I can come right in here and now just add a little bit of magenta to this pink. And I can come across here a little bit more. Okay. Little bits of pink here. Okay. And I can grab a little bit of white. And they're resin kind of, so that would give them a little bit of shine. Okay. And I give it a little bit more here. So what's going to happen down here, I take some white and some coffee latte, and we have it sitting in the sand a little bit. A little bit of sand coming across. I hope you liked today's practice strokes, because I wanted to show you how to use a sponge, how to do lots of slip slapping and make it look like something kind of fun. And then I could put white and a little bit of blue. And then this could be puddles of water here on the ocean, on the beach side. Okay. And I did all the edges. Make sure that you have some pretty edges along here. Pink shows, your aqua shows. Same thing on this side and on the bottom. All right, I love these long canvases. You guys have to try them. They're really fun. And you can get them on Amazon, all kinds of places. So I've even sold some at Michael's, but they get kind of expensive when you get bigger ones. All right, so I'm going to sign it and share it. Go check out onestroke.com and find out all the different product that we have for you. All right, guys. Hope you like it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.